I'm all about perspective, baby. So I woke up today after having just an amazing day. Chelsea really put in a lot of effort, and I had my folks come out and had a lot of people celebrate my birthday yesterday. And I was just so soaking in love. Got me thinking about my journey to where I am now and how abundant I feel. And I just wanted to share about what's the origination? How did I get here? How did I get to this point where I can be shaken to my core by how much love I'm experiencing? And I was thinking about the idea of yearning. Because I'm thinking, how many ways did I focus on my egocentric world? But there were big moments in my life that make huge differences, that set me on the path of figuring out my soul. And really, what did I do? Like, this is what I can feel. It's like my heart is a vessel. And it was the vulnerability of opening my heart. It was the vulnerability of stepping into my shadow, however you want to say this. You can say it in a million different ways. Going in, healing, taking the journey inside. But it started with making choices from my yearning. And, I remember like Dead Poet Society. I was such a linear thinker, meaning I loved math and I loved spreadsheets and I loved get everything in an order. So I didn't see myself as an artist. I didn't see myself as creative. And that movie just shook me. And it's these little stepping stones of going back, and I just little breadcrumbs of remembering where I got to, how I got to this point where I'm feeling this. And I made the choice to commit to my yearning over my cravings. It's a good way to say it. My cravings were the easy thing that I could choose in life. And there were so many different ruses or ways I could have articulated that and move forward from that point of view. But I didn't take it, And then what kept drawing me into the heart is yearning. So I just wanted to share that, because it's like, do you yearn? Do you understand? Do you feel the call from the soul? The call from the soul. Read Rumi poetry. It's all yearning. It's all yearning. What are you connecting with? Are you waking up looking for things to inspire your soul? Or are you trying to motivate yourself to satiate your craving? And it's so interesting, because it's like one of the beautiful things about the perspective I see now is the opportunity that it's becoming so cartoonish, that people are trying to outrun their souls so badly that they are just flailing in the wind to try to buy the next thing that they think is going to fill that lack. And that lack is perspective. Have abundance of perspective. And that's what the soul does. It awakens us to. Yearning is such a beautiful sensation, such a guidance tool. In fact, just because the word came up, I've been talking about in my videos recently that I've been diving deeper into the subtleness of the world and down to the little microaggressions of frustration, anger, and sadness. I don't tend to have big displays of anger, so everything's very subtle. But what I recognize is that sometimes I'll make choices from motivating myself from those places. And I've decided that, because we can all do that in a Lenzafarian fashion, it's like, what am I putting on the little, I have this idea, like this little, a fish bowl, but it's not a fish bowl, but it's like, where do I place my attention? Place my attention, wherever I place my attention is what's going to grow. So it has been to notice in the little frustrations, the subtleties that what am I doing in that time? And I'm practicing presence. And so I say presence, 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 presence. And it has two meanings. And I love that because it means now. And it means gifts. Now gifts, now gifts, now gifts, now gifts, now gifts. And I'm really enjoying it. And so I'm going to start playing with the idea and start looking at the idea of yearning. If I can bring that back, because I can remember those big moments, Dead Poet Society just moved me. And if I can connect that feeling, or if I do connect that feeling, then I'll let you know. Anyway, just another way to look at things. Abundance, yearning. Are you chasing craving? Are you trying to outrun your suffering? Look for perspective. That's what my whole channel's about, is perspective. It isn't saying anybody's right or wrong. It's saying there's a gazillion different ways to look at things. Just having another definition for forgiveness can make it a hell of a lot easier than, from the point of view when my definition of forgiveness seemed like something I couldn't do. In fact, I had somebody tell me that I could never do the forgiveness. And and I'm glad I didn't hold on to that advice, because forgiveness is amazing, and there's a very, very simple, easy way to do it. Yeah. So, anyway, I wish you well. I wish you abundance of perspective.